Shea.
Number 26, running back, Scott Foggy.
Scott Fodden. Scott Fodden.
Number 54, offensive lineman, Luis Salvino. Number 55, offensive lineman, captain, Steve O'Reilly. Number 63, offensive lineman, Michael Pescuccio. Number 75, offensive lineman, captain, Kyle Taggart. Number 81, tight end, Derek Cleveland. And now the starting defense for your Triton Vikings. Number 5, senior linebacker, Jared Stanley. Number 2, senior linebacker, Jake Gilbert. Number 77, senior defensive lineman, Jimmy Ford. Number 59, senior defensive lineman, Ellsworth Rogers. Number 75, senior defensive lineman, Josh Simpson. Number 82, senior defensive lineman, Max Rutenbacher. Number 53, senior linebacker, Max Madden. Number 32, senior defensive back, Luke Boyle. Number 10, senior defensive back, Jack Geminara. Number 6, senior defensive back, Kevin Clark. And number 11, senior defensive back, James Wood. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as the Triton High School Marching Band honors our country with the playing of the national anthem.
evening, everyone. Welcome to Triton Regional High School for tonight's Cape Ann League large game between the visiting Masconomet Chieftains and your home Triton Vikings. Both teams enter with identical league records of 3-0. Both teams enter with identical overall records of 5-1. This is a winner-take-all game. Winner wins the Cape Ann Large Conference. Marching off the field now is the Triton Band under the direction of Sue Densmore. Joining them tonight are area, or I should say district, elementary school students who are playing with the band tonight. Captains out at the middle of the field now. For Triton, number 59, Ellsworth Rogers, 53, Max Madden, 77, Jimmy Ford, and 32, Luke Boyle. For Masconomet, the captains are number 9, Gavin McGonigal, number 12, Corey Tynes, number 55, Steve O'Reilly, and number 75, Kyle Taggart. Both teams are playoff bound. Both teams have sewn up playoff spots. Tonight's game has a double implication to it. The winner will win the Cape Ann Large and will also have a better seed and most likely a home game in the playoffs starting next week. Masconomet under the direction of Coach Jim Pugh. Triton, of course, under the direction of Pat Sheehan, having his best year as a coach. Key to Triton this year has been its defense under the direction of defensive coordinator Sean McGalligut, assisted by the assistant coaches Ted Flaherty, Ryan Sheehan, Eric Pacey, and Ryan McCarthy.
Won the toss and elected to defer.
Masconomet wins the toss and will defer. It means Triton will get the ball to begin the game. Will receive at what I guess is the south end zone. Scratch that. Make that the east end zone. I'm guessing that the coach's speeches in the locker room before this one were short. No motivation needed. These teams are motivated enough with everything on the line. So Triton will be receiving to your right. Masconomet kicking off from left to right. Key to Triton's victory tonight. Can they get the running game going with Luke Boyle and with Justin Cashman behind that large interior line of Max Madden, Jimmy Ford, and Ellsworth Rogers. Masconomet out on the field, kicking off for Masconomet, looks like number 67, Ian Simmons. Masconomet with red lettering against white jerseys in this light, somewhat high to see. Triton, of course, in their home blues with gray pants, bright white numbers on their uniform. Easy to see. 11-minute quarters for everything. Back deep for Triton, number 32. That is Luke Boyle, and number 10, Jack Germanara. So dangerous has improved those 2 interceptions returned for touchdown against Amesbury earlier in the year. And here's the kickoff, and here we go. Looks like it's going to go to Boyle around the 10. Picks it up. It's going to go up the right sideline. Going to be pushed out at about the 30-yard line. Decent starting position for the Triton offense to begin. Triton in their traditional spread.
Triton will start first down and 10.
Putting in a couple elements of pistol in their offense this year. Masconomet always been a 4-4 40 defense. We'll see what they come into now with the spread. It's going to be a little different, but they are showing for 44. 4 linemen, 4 linebackers. So Cashman calling the play. Boyle back in pistol about 2 yards behind Cashman. First and 10, 32-yard line. Inside zone goes to Boyle. Boyle is going to be stopped at the line. Fights for about 3. Taken out on the play by number 75, That's Kyle
Tackled by
Taggart.
number 75, Kyle
Looks like he was
Taggart.
assisted by number 82.
The gain of about
That's Costa
3 yards
Hansen.
will be second down and 7.
Second down and 7 for the Vikes.
Ball's on the 35-yard
Just over the
line.
35-yard line. Triton's 35. Back in traditional spread with Boyle beside Cashman here. 2 wide receivers to each side. Okay. Cashman changing the play, changing the blocking assignment, one or the other. It's going to be a quick pass, slant, and picked off by Masco.
Cashman's
Pass was picked off by number 25, Andrew Brockelman. That's going to give
tackled by number 10, Jack
Masco
Devanara.
good field position on their own 47-yard line.
Masco takes over first down and 10 from their own
Triton will have to recover from
47-yard
this.
line.
Masco traditionally running their pro-style offense, either I-pro or split pro backs. 2 wide receivers and a tight end. Let's see what they come out in. They are going to come out with 2 tight ends and a flanker to the left side in a spread with 2 running backs. And one of the wide receivers moves, goes back in motion to the left. He's going to go back as a tight end. That's 14. Jackson Letterman. Snap goes inside. It's a play action pass going deep. Caught, pass caught. Number 12, that's Corey Tynes down on the Triton 5-yard line.
David DeShane's on the pass reception.
Free safety, Jack Germanara. Let Tynes get behind him there. Masco ran counter both ways. Crossback action in the backfield. Triton fell for it. Now Triton's trying to get men on the field.
Masco has the ball first and goal from the 5-yard line.
Triton now in a goal line D. Dive to the running back, number 9. That's Gavin McGonigal. He's going to be tied up at about the 3-yard
Gavin
line.
McGonigal, the ball carrier.
Taken down on the play there.
By the middle of the Triton line.
It's like number 59 Ellsworth Rogers and number 53 Max Madden.
The second down and goal to go from the 4-yard line.
Triton changing up defensive personnel now. Bringing out, among others, Mike Sanchez. Number 93, Alec Moffitt. Second and goal on the 4-yard line for Masco. Triton really needs to stop here after an interception and giving up a long pass on the first play Masco had from scrimmage. We got a fumble. And the ball. Wait for the indication. Looks like Triton ball. Indication is Triton ball. Triton has forced and recovered a fumble inside their own 5-yard line. And Masco will come away with no points. A golden opportunity that Masco squelched there. Looked like it was a bad snap from center.
Triton ball, first down and 10 from the
quarterback,
4-yard
Roby
line.
DeShane. So Triton first and 10 from their own 4-yard line. Triton going with a tight end and a fullback. Fullback Jared Stanley. Ball's going to go to number 32. That's Luke Boyle.
Luke Boyle.
He's going to push the ball out past the 5-yard line.
Gain of 2. It'll be second down and 8.
Triton going back to spread personnel. Germanara slot left with number 6 Kevin Clark. On the right side, split to the right will be, looks like James Wood and Jake Gilbert, the split end on the right. All right. Snap, inside handoff to Luke Boyle.
The ball
Tripped up
carrier.
on a great play. Can't see the number from here. It's like that's number 55. That's Steve O'Reilly, I'm sorry, one of the quad captains.
A loss of 1. It'll be third down and 9
third
from
down
the
and 8
5-yard line.
Well, just over the 5. Right in flips formation. Boyle, the running back, with Cashman. Cashman again, shotgun formation. Masco brings a little pressure. Flare pass out to Jack Germanara. He will not get enough for the first down. Triton will have to punt. Germanara only picked up about 4 on the play.
Tackled by number 12, Corey
So
Pond.
Triton will be punting.
It
Punter
brings
being
up a
Ellsworth
4th
Rogers.
down and 3.
Triton managed to move the ball out of their
11-yard
zone
line.
about 5 yards there. Give Ellsworth a little bit more room to kick.
Ellsworth Rogers is on to punt for Triton.
Deep
Back deep for
for Masconama, number 26, Scott Fodden. Triton in a tight punt formation. Rogers, oh, good kick. Way back. This is going to be Gavin McGonigal. He's going to be tripped up. No, he escapes. He's free down the sideline. One man to beat. He has beat that man. Oh. Looks like he stepped out of bounds at approximately the 15-yard line. Again, great starting field position.
First down
For
and 10 for
Masconomet.
Masconomet.
Triton is going to have to have another yeoman effort
Triton's
here to keep
14-yard
Masconomet
line.
out of the end zone. First and 10 from the 15-yard line for Masconomet. Let's see what Triton can do here. Shaky start for the Vikes tonight. Oh, Masco comes out I-Pro. Strength to the right. Number 9, McGonigal behind Fodden. Handoff goes to McGonigal. Initially hit by Max Madden, taken down by a host of
McGonigal, the ball
Vikings
carrier.
at about the 11-yard line. Pickup of 2, long 1
Gain of 1.
for Masco. Masco
Will
in
be
4-down
second
territory.
down and 9.
That has to be considered any decisions you make defensively here. Those decisions made by
From
defensive
about the
coordinator
13-yard
Sean
line.
McElligott. So Masco comes out 2nd and 9, 2nd and a long 8. I formation. I offset right. Long count for Masco. Here's the snap. Goes out to McGonigal to the right. McGonigal might get the corner. Does not. Great play made on the backside by last year's Defensive Player of the Year in the Cape Ann League, number 32, Boyle. That was McGonigal picks up about 7 yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd and a long 2, short 3 for the Chieftains here. Plays coming into the sideline by receivers shuttling in and out the play. Masco going with a flanker left. Power I right backfield. And it's a power to McGonigal. Gets past the first wave and will make it into the end zone. Masco striking first here tonight. Goes up 6-0. It's going to be tough for the Vikes to win this game if they got to play against field position like that. McGonigal was met at the line of scrimmage but couldn't be stopped. Managed to fight his way down to about the 2. Got into the end zone on sheer willpower. So the extra point. Extra point will be attempted by number 67, Ian Simmons, a sophomore from Masconomet. Ball is going to move to the left hash, probably to give Simmons better footing. As an ex-kicker from college, I don't know why the kicker himself doesn't set the tee. That is his job, not the holder's job. Holder does not always set the tee square. Bad snap, but Simmons managed to get the kick over the uprights. Masconomet goes up quickly, 7-0. 4:46 to go, first quarter. Triton is going to have to do something to get back in this game. Field position has been their enemy so far. So the special teams meeting with Coach Flaherty out at about midfield. Again, deep for the Vikes will be number 10, Jack Germanara, number 32, Luke Boyle, Ian Simmons, who is kicking off for the Chieftains.
Back deep are number 32, Luke Boyle, and number 10, Jack Germanara.
Looks as though Masco has about twice as many kids on the sideline as Triton does. School being about twice as big. Masconomet has about 1,400 students. Triton, about 780. So, ball set on the 40 for the kickoff. Here's Simmons. He's got the ball set. He kicks. This is going to be Boyle. He's going to catch this in the air, giving him a decent shot at a return. Goes up the right side. He's caught. Taken down at about the 37-yard line. So the Vikes finally have decent
for about 27 yards.
Starting position. There is a flag. I saw number 51, Brian Cox, with his hands in the air, and they are talking to the Masconomet captains, looking like frustration getting the better of Triton right now in their frustrating start. This is going to be a dead ball penalty. 15 yards from the start, and whatever field position, 10-yard penalty. Whatever field position, good field position, Triton had just evaporated right there. So 1st and 10 for the Vikes. Ball's going to be on the 25-yard line now, as opposed to the 40.
From the 26-yard line.
Triton in spread formation. Gilbert and Wood to the right. Germanara and number 2, that's Jake Gilbert, to the left.
Cashman keeps the ball for
Cashman on a keeper. He's going to pick up about 1. Going to make it 2nd and 9 so far. The Masco defense has been stout.
Gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
It's going to be about 2nd down and 9 for the Vikes.
27-yard line.
Triton does not huddle. Get their play signaled in from the sideline. The play is broadcast out by the quarterback, Justin Cashman. So Cashman sets up at about his 21-yard line. This is going to be a pass. Cashman has to run. He's flush, and he's going to get hit, probably for about a 1-yard loss. The tackle number 82. That's Coster Hansis, number 77 on the tackle as well. That's Jack Butt. So Triton now going to be about 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11.
It'll be 3rd down and 11 from the 25-yard line.
Coach Sheehan in the white signals in the play. Players look to him to see what play is going to be run. Cashman sets up about his 20-yard line.
Hey, you're getting picked up by the shotgun, Mike. Just so you know.
Here's a pass. Germanard did not get his head around in time. It's going to be 4th and 10 for Triton, and again, Triton will have to punt. And again, not a good start for Triton. In 3 series, have not managed to gain a 1st down. So Ellsworth Rogers will punt, standing at about his 10. McGonigal deep at about the 37. With the up back, Justin Roy standing in front of him. Snapper is Max Mann. Nice stab to Ellsworth Rogers. He lets a punt go. It kind of knuckleballs out of bounds at about the Triton 50. Triton 48-yard line.
Masconomet will take over 1st down and 10 from the Triton 48-yard line.
Triton 51. That was funny. Okay, so ball is on the Triton 48-yard line. Masco going to work again behind quarterback Roby Deshane. Masconomet does not look as big as the Vikes, and their skill position people don't look as big, but so far have dominated the Vikes on both sides of the ball and in special teams, you might say. So Triton in the 4-3. It's going to be a power out to McGonigal on the right. He's stopped in the backfield, number 24.
The ball carrier.
That's Michael Talbot, the first hit in the backfield.
Picked up by number 24, Michael Talbot.
Taken down number 82 as well, Max
The loss
Lukebacher.
of 3 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 13 from the Masconomet 49-yard line.
So the Tritons have managed to stop Masco in the backfield. Going to force a 2nd and 13 for Masconomet. Masconomet coming out over the ball now. High formation, McGonigal behind Fodden. Going to be an inside handoff to Fodden. He's going to be stopped for about, well, he was stopped for no gain, but managed to pull his way
Scott
for about
Fadden,
3
the ball
yards and bring
carrier.
it back
Tackled by a
to the
hold against the
original yard
Vikings.
of scrimmage on first down. So,
A gain of
maybe
4
a yard
yards.
pass.
It'll be
It's going to be
third down
third and
and
9
9.
for Masconomet.
The ball is on the Triton 47-yard line.
Triton in a 5-3 defense with Madden in the middle. Talbot, number 32. That's the boy on the outside. See what we got here. German Iron, free safety. Clark and Wood, Kevin Clark and James Wood, being the cornerbacks. The safeties, in this case, Jared Stanley in the game. Jake Gilbert on the far side of the safety. Masconomet is spread formation with 3 wide receivers and 1 back behind DeShane, beside DeShane. Quick pass goes out, complete to number 12. It's Corey Tynes, and he's going to pick up
The same pass is complete for Corey Tynes.
25 yards on the play. Again, Triton unable to stop
Tackled by Kevin
Masconomet
Clark.
on third down.
The play results in a
The way it looks
Masconomet
now,
first
Triton is going to
down.
have trouble in this game if they can't make those third down stops.
From the 19
So first and
yard
10
line.
from the Viking 19 for Masconomet. It seems that Masconomet has been able to move the ball at will, and the Vikings have not been able to do much to stop them. So Masconomet coming out, 2 wideouts. Tight end to the right. Shanes takes the handoff. It's going to be a power inside. This time to Fodden, who gets through the line, breaks 1 tackle, breaks a second, and is finally taken down about the 5-yard line. Poor tackling, being the enemy of Triton tonight, not Masconomet.
Madden.
That's going to be first and goal from the 5-yard line. The Vikes are going to need another stellar effort
What
here
results
to
in a
keep
first down.
Masconomet out of the.
It will be first down and goal to go for Masconomet.
Clock's
from the
right. We got about
5-yard
51
line.
seconds left to go in the quarter. The Vikes will be happy not to see this end zone as defensive end anymore. Personnel problems for the Vikes. Now they got to burn a timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Timeout called by Triton.
I don't think Masco realizes it's a 30-second timeout as the Water Boys are coming on the field. Coach made that change when he realized he had personnel problems. Looking like he was 1 player short out there. First and goal from the 5, not a place where you want to be short. So the Vikings will need a stop here. And Masco is probably in 4-down territory, although their kicker, Ian Simmons, appears to be a decent kicker. So pass inside, or the handoff inside to Fodden. He jumped. He bounces to the outside. The signal is touchdown, but with a flag.
Still by number 26, Scott Foden.
What do we have
There is
here?
a flag on the play.
What's it going to be? Flag is. Touchdown is good. It's going to be a face mask
Touchdown is
against
good
Triton.
at the face
As
mask
if the
against
problems
Triton.
don't keep mounting up for the Vikes. They're down 2 touchdowns to start this game and show no signs of being able to move the ball offensively.
Simmons is on for the extra point attempt.
Simmons going to come in, kick the extra point. Again, moving to the left hash, probably for better footing. The Vikes really need to get it together here. This is a game we thought both teams would come to play, and so far it appears only one has come to do it, and that's Masco. So, Cam Valancourt's going to be the holder for Simmons. Snap is a little high, but Simmons managed to get it down, kick it through, the sophomore. No good.
The extra point attempt is
missed it.
good.
So, 13 to nothing lead for Masconomet with about 45 seconds to go in the quarter.
No good. And with 45 seconds
13
to
to
go,
nothing.
the first quarter
The Vikes
is
are gonna have
going
to
out
regroup in a hurry.
Masconomet 13 and Triton 0.
Triton has been unable to get a first down. And Triton has not been able to force Masconomet to punt yet. That's a dangerous combo if you're the Vikings. The penalty was assessed on the kickoff for the face mask. So Simmons will be kicking off
On the kickoff.
from the
The
Triton
first down penalty
45.
will be assessed on this kickoff, so he'll be kicking off from the 45-yard line. Geminara and Boyle are back deep for Triton.
And Triton seems to have no answer right now for McGonigal and Scott Fodden. So the ball being teed up on the Triton 45. Ian Simmons, the kicker. Masco. Lines up deep again for the Vikes. Number 10, Jack Germinara. This will go to Germinara. Germinara goes up the middle, escapes one, goes right. Manages to get the ball out to the 25. Decent field position, considering where the kickoff was from. That would have been equal to position on the 40 had the penalty not occurred. So the Vikes, first and 10, 25-yard line,
from their own 25-yard line.
New running backs for the Vikes. That's number 21. That's Tyler Figueredo. Again, in spread formation. Figueredo lined up beside Cashman. Center is Max Madden. Hits a snap from Madden. Goes to Boyle inside. Second back.
Boyle, the ball carrier.
He's going to be stopped for probably no gain on the play. Looks like number 55, Steve O'Reilly again.
There is no gain on the play. It'll be second down and 10.
Triton's going with a tight end now, Max Lutenbacher in the game. And the play is going to be whistled dead.
That's the end of the
That's going to be
first
the end of the quarter.
With the score,
So the play was whistled dead
13,
before the quarter
Triton 0.
was over. Triton down 13-0 in the first quarter.
Please
They're
support
going to need a score
Sam
here
by
quickly
buying
to climb
tickets
out of
at
this
the
hole.
front gate. They have all
Gotta show some
sizes
signs of
and
life.
prices from $2 to $5 to $12. Get in the Halloween
Said
spirit
earlier, the
and
winner of
buy
this
your
game probably
pumpkin.
going to earn a home game in the playoffs starting next
For your
week.
pumpkin.
Both teams have made the playoffs.
No Greg Goss
It's going to be a
is
matter
over
of
there
their
right now.
seeding now. Winner of this game probably going to be a 3 or 4 seed in the North region.
Jill Copeland is heading
The
over for
loser
touchdown.
probably going to fall to a 6 or 7
So
seed,
is Tracy Johnson.
maybe an 8 seed. So Triton has the ball, second and 10 from their own 25. They're out over the ball, waiting for Masco to end up over the ball, to end up out on the field. Numbers on Masco's uniforms were dirty, very difficult to see. So the Vikes set up with a fullback in the game. That's going to be Jared Stanley. Lined up behind him is Boyle. And we have a legal procedure, false
Prior
start
to snap, there's a penalty.
on Triton.
A
It
legal
just can't
procedure
go
against
any worse
Triton.
for the Vikings right now. It's going to move back 5 yards, make it
A
second and
5-yard
15.
penalty. It'll be second down and 15 from the 20-yard line.
Vikes have to get into this game mentally. Triton going with a tight end again. Lutenbacher back in the game. Germinara split out right. Looks like Wood split out to the left. This is going to be a fake reverse. Cashman keeping around right. He's got one man to beat if he can. Lowers his head.
Justin Cashman keeps the ball for Triton.
Moves into number 12, Corey Tynes. Managed to make it out to about
Brought down by
37-yard
number
line, 36-yard
77.
line. And that's going to be Triton's first
Jack Buck.
down of the game. 8 seconds into the second quarter.
The run results in a Triton's first down.
That may get the Triton Vikings going, get them moving the ball here.
First down and 10 from the 36-yard line.
Triton again using a fullback, Jared Stanley. Cashman still in shotgun formation with Luke Boyle and pistol behind him. Coach Pat Sheehan changing the play now. Sees the alignment of the Masconomet defense. Cornerbacks moving up to bump the receivers. Fakes a handoff, looks like it's play action. Overthrows James Wood. Wood had a golden opportunity to beat his man. James Wood had beaten his man, number 22, Cam Valancourt. He was just overthrown by Cashman. Cashman needed to put a little more air under that ball. So that's going to make it 2nd and 10 for the Vikes at about the 36-yard line. Triton back with their spread personnel. No, they do have the tight end is in, next loop back to the left side. And the handoff goes to Luke Boyle. Boyle's only going to pick up 3, making it about 3rd and 7, maybe 3rd and 8. Looks like 3rd and 8 for the Vikings.
Tackle by
Let's see what Coach has up his sleeve here. Coach Sheehan.
It'll be 3rd down and 8.
Lutenbacher in the game, so they're sticking with the tight end.
38-yard line.
Germanaro going to be slot right. Wood outside him. Kevin Clark is the split end on the left. Boyle lines up beside Cashman in the backfield. So 3rd and 8 for the Vikes. Snap comes back to Cashman. Cashman goes deep, but he throws it over Jack Germanaro's head and out of bounds. He's going to get a 4th and 8 for the Vikings. And it's going to result in probably a punt. And the punt team does go in. So the Vikes managed to pick up a 1st down, but can't move beyond that. 4th and 8, they're going to have to punt again. Ellsworth Rogers deep to punt for the Vikings. McGonigal deep behind Fott for Masconomet. McGonigal going to be standing on about his 29, 28-yard line. Rogers has a strong leg. They're moving into something, and they have forced Masconomet to call a timeout.
Timeout called by Masconomet.
So let's see what Coach does here. Coach Sheehan does here. All right. That was a good call. If for nothing, it forced Masconomet to burn a timeout based on what happened. So now Ellsworth back in punt formation again. McGonigal going to be deep for Masconomet. Masconomet playing a little more conservative defensively, considering the fake before does not have a deep man. Now Corey Tynes moves back to be that deep man along with Gavin McGonigal as a blocker to pick up the 1st man. Rogers hits a good run here, drives McGonigal back. The ball is actually, yes, the Vikes managed to squelch McGonigal back on the 1-yard line. McGonigal had no choice but to pick that punt up and try to make something out of it. Ellsworth Rogers punt, sailing over McGonigal's head. Just a great play. Ball's actually going to be placed on the tree. So now the Vikes are winning the game of field position. Let's see if they can force a stop here and force Masco to punt out of their own end zone. Right? Or force a turnover. This defense has been stellar and stout all year. So Masco forced back into their end zone or near their end zone where they haven't been yet today. Their field position has been excellent so far in this game. So Masco comes out, 2 wide receivers, tight end right. Quarterback, Roby DeShanes onto center. Offset eye. Ball's going to go to McGonigal, who is stopped in or about the 2-yard line. Looks like right on the goal line, about the 1-yard line. Going to be a loss of 2. Vikes fired up now. They're smelling a little blood, maybe. So, 2nd down and 12 for Masconomet inside their own 1-yard line. Let's see what Coach Jim Pugh's going to do here. He's going to try to push it out of there against this big line, middle of the line, with Josh Simpson in there along with Jimmy Ford and Ellsworth Rogers. Or if he decides to pass the ball out of here or attempt to pass out of here. Triton looks like they're coming. Jake Gilbert moved up on the line on the right side looking to blitz. He's going to pass. Was that ball caught? That ball was caught by Corey Tynes. James Wood seems like there's nothing he could do with Tynes. Must be 3 or 4 inches taller. Tynes was just able to out-jump him for that ball. And Masco manages to get out of the shadow of their own end zone by moving the ball out to the 24-yard line. First down and 10 for Masco. Masco comes out over the ball now, again in their I formation. Tynes right, wide receiver left. It's going to be Jackson Latimer. It's going to be an inside handoff to Fodden. Fodden, a tough runner, manages to pick up about 3 yards on the play. Going to be taken down by Josh Simpson, and it appears to be Jack Germanar on that play.
5 yards, it'll be second down and 5.
Picked up closer to 5, making it 2nd and 6, 2nd and a long 5 for the Masconomet Chieftains here. So the Vikes with a golden opportunity after stopping Masconomet on the 1-foot line, give up the pass to Roby Deshays to Corey Tynes. Ball's going to be handed off to McGonigal here. He's going to be taken down after about a gain of 2. Maybe about a 3rd and 3, maybe a 3rd and 4 for Masconomet. Looks more like 3rd and 3. Not the position you want to be in if you're the Vikes. You want to force Masco to be in 3rd and long, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10, something like that. Right? Ruby Deshays has shown he can throw the ball, not only throw the ball, but put it where he wants it. He's been hitting his receivers with ease. So Triton comes out 4-3. The ball goes to McGonigal. He's going to be stopped in the backfield. Again, Luke Boyle, one of the top defensive players in the Cape Ann League last year, should get Defensive Player of the Year. So, for the first time today, Masconomet looking like they're forced to punt. That's going to send James Wood back deep for the Vikes.
Costa Hansis is on to punt.
Costa Hansis is going to be the punter for Masconomet, standing on about his 15-yard line. So the Vikes getting an opportunity to get the ball back here. Snap goes back to Hansis. He punts a low liner. Vikes are going to get away from that one and just let the ball stop and run it about their 47-yard line. So again, good field position for the Vikings. Vikes are going to hopefully be able to take over and do something here. 6:18 to go in the second quarter. Vikes down 13-0. 2 touchdowns early for Masconomet. Let's see if the Vikes can get started here. Vikes back into a spread formation. Luke Boyle now lined up left side. Now he moves back in motion into the backfield along with Tyler Figueredo. Low snap. Cashman's going to have to jump on this. Misses it. And Cash is going to lose the ball. Masco going to take over on their own 24-yard line. Everything going wrong for the Vikes here. Giving up the ball. Good field position for Masco. Going to be another struggle for the Vikes to keep out of the end zone here. Max Madden has been a sure center for 2 years now, but has had a rash of a couple bad snaps that have hurt the Vikings this year. So Vikes down 13-0 here. Looking at Masco knocking on the door on their own 25. They're going to have to come up with something here defensively. So Masco out over the ball in spread formation. Well, 2 tight ends. Shotgun formation for the quarterback. Let's see what they're going to do here. They're in that little counter before. That's what they do. The ball goes to McGonigal to the right side. He's going to be stopped in and about the line of scrimmage. Maybe pick up 2 yards on the play. Again, though, Masco in 4-down territory. That has to be taken into effect if you're one of the defensive coaches for Triton. Either Ted Flaherty or Sean McElligan.
Second down and 9.
Defense has done pretty well considering the field position Masco has been able to start this game with. Their offense has not been able to get anything going, and that has hurt the Vikes. So Masco over the ball. Yeah, they've got 3 wides. Only McGonigal in the backfield. In motion. Sweep to the right side. taken down by number 10, Jack Germanaro. That's going to be a loss of about 7.
Corey Tynes, ball carrier.
Corey
Tackled for a
Tynes
loss
giving
by
the ball,
Jack
coming
Germanaro.
from right to left. Read perfectly by Jack Germanaro. Going to be about a 6-yard
and 16.
loss.
The ball is at the
8-yard loss.
29-yard line.
Ball on the 31-yard line of the Vikes now. 3rd down and 16, 4-down territory. But that was a big help. Masco having to make up 16 yards in 2 plays to get a first down. So Masco in a spread formation now. Only McGonigal beside Shates in the backfield. It's a pass going to be a screen to McGonigal on the right side. Looks like he's going to be forced down after about a 9-yard gain. That's going to leave 4th and 7 for the Chieftains.
It'll be 4th down and 8.
McGonigal forced out at almost the spot where Ryan Clay made that fantastic tackle back in 2011 to preserve a victory for the Vikes over these same Masco Chieftains, 28-25. Timeout called by Masco on 4th and 8. Trying to come up with a play here that's going to get the first down. It's going to be a full timeout, so both teams will come over the sidelines. Confer with coaches. 4:02 to go in the first half. Again, Masco up 13-0. Vikes seemingly have no answer on both sides of the ball for Masco. Triton next week, October 31st, marks the end of the first quarter grades. So you students listening out there, you got a week to get your grades up. You kids that have me, you know that. You kids that have me, you know you got a test next Friday. So Vikes back out on the field. Masco coming out of the timeout. Tynes is going to go left. We got a bunch formation on the right, and Tynes on the left. McGonigal the only back. Curious to see what happens here. That looked like motion. That looked like motion. No, they're gonna.
Timeout called by
That's going to be a timeout for Triton. I could have sworn I saw motion over on the right side in that bunch formation among those wide receivers.
4th down and 8 from the 23-yard line.
So we're going to have to see what Triton can come up with here to stop the Chieftains on 4th and 8. It's 2 timeouts in a row. So bunch left. It's like fought. Number 81, Derek Cleveland. To the left alone will be Corey Tynes. Shane's under the center. He's going to pass. It's going to be a halfback pass, number 11. Going to throw the ball incomplete. Halfback pass, or wide receiver pass, incomplete. If that's the reason you go into a bunch formation, you're not hiding much if you're masking it there. So the Vikes will take over 1st and 10 on their own 24-yard line. We have a flag on the play. My guess is illegal forward pass. If it is, the play was declined by the Vikes, or the penalty was declined by the Vikes, and they will take over at their own 23-yard line. That's exactly what the call was, illegal forward pass. So 1st and 10 for the Vikes on their own 23. 3:56 to go in the half. Vikes looking to get something on the board before they go in at halftime. Spread formation with Boyle in pistol behind Cashman. Be a pitch to Boyle on the right. Boyle's going to try to make the corner. He does. He's going to pick up about 7 on the play. That play was a little dangerous. Cashman having trouble handling the snap. And then Boyle having to reach high for the pitch. But managed to make something out of it. Gained about 8 yards. 2nd and 2 for the Vikes. Vikes again calling the play over the ball. Coach Pat Sheehan on the sidelines. Easy to see in his white jacket. So Tyler Figueredo in the game. Luke Boyle getting a breather. Tight end left is Max Lutenbacher. Here's the snap. Cashman has another pass picked off by Tynes. This one he brings back to about the 33-yard line. And again, not much going right for the Vikes. He seemed to fumble the snap and had to throw that pass quickly. Floated a little too much for James Wood into the hands of Corey Tynes. It'll be first down for Masco on the 32-yard line. And again, the Vikes are going to have to stand stout on defense to go into the end, to go into halftime, only down 2 touchdowns. Be good if the Vikes could stop him here and race one down the field, make this a 13-7, 13-6 game at the half. But the way their offense has been sputtering today, that seems unlikely. Counter inside, number 9, Gavin McGonigal. He's going to be stopped for about a 1-yard gain.
Foden, the ball carrier, gain of 2.
Excuse me, that was Scott Fott.
The second down and 8. From the
Max Madden on that tackle for the Vikes. Picked up about 2 actually. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Again, 4-down territory for the Chieftains here. Masco. Shane's mad handoff. The ball goes to McGonigal, who fumbled it. Managed to jump on his own fumble before number 75, Josh Simpson, could get on that ball. Again, everything seems to be falling Masco's way. Third and 7 for the Vikes. So the Vikes come out in their 43 defense. Masco in a shotgun here. Roby DeShane's not in the center for this play. Takes the snap, it's going to be a pass. Up and out. Ball's going to Tynes. Tynes catches the ball. 3rd touchdown for Masco. Masco dominating this game right now. Instead of Triton being able to go in, it's 13-7. They're now going to go down 19-0 or 20-0, depending on what happens with the extra point.
Not on. This joke's.
Vikings seem to be completely out of sorts on the field right now. They're going to have to regroup at halftime to come back in this one. So, Masco sending out their kick team. Kicker being Ian Simmons.
Simmons is on for the extra point.
Attempt an extra point from about the 10-yard line. Snap and the kick. It's going to be good. Masco goes up 20-0, and the Vikes are reeling right now. They're going to have to regroup at halftime if they can't stuff one in here. Seems unlikely. So what are the Vikes going to have to do? Well, they're going to have to cut down on mistakes. 2 interceptions by Cashman had hurt them. Those interceptions have led to poor field position. Fumble by Cashman has also led to poor field position for the Vikes. It's tough to defend on a short field. So the Vikes, who got the ball in the first half, now are going to kick off to start the second half, giving the ball right back to the Chieftains. The Vikes seem to have no answer for number 12, Corey Tynes. So Simmons again kicking off from the 40-yard line. Some players wearing pink tape for Masco. That being in respect for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So Simmons ready to kick off. Kicks the ball. It's going to be Boyle at about his 15. He's going to return right. Gets caught behind Jake Gilbert and is taken down at about the 37-yard line. Again, a decent return for Triton. But can the Vikes do anything with it?
Tackled by Joe Capola. Triton takes over, 1st down and 10.
It's So Triton first and 10 at about the 37-yard line, their own 37. Boyle back in as running back. He'll be the running back with Cashman in the backfield. German Iron in the slot left with slot right with James Wood. Looks like we got Triton is a man short. No, they have a fullback in. Number 51, Brian Cox is the fullback. German Iron now goes in motion. Ball goes to Boyle, caught in the backfield, taken down. Number 76, that's one of the quad captains, that's Kyle Taggart. And number 76, Kyle Taggart. Number 55, the other quad captain, Steve O'Reilly. May have just been immense defensively for the Chieftains.
From the 36-yard line.
Triton back in with the fullback formation. Clark is going to be the wide receiver right. German Iron in the slot left with James Wood. Luke Boyle lines up behind Cashman in the pistol formation for the Vikes. Snap from Max Madden goes right back to Justin Cashman. He hands off to Boyle. He's forced out at about the original line of scrimmage. It's going to make it about 3rd and 11, 3rd and 10. Actually, about 3rd and 10 for the Vikes. And what can Coach Sheehan do here to pick up a first down with 1:12 to go in the half and get Triton into the end zone?
From the 37-yard line.
Original line of scrimmage, the 37. So, Boyle in spread formation beside Cashman. Cashman is going to be a straight pass, no play action here. Ball goes to Gilbert. Gilbert catches the ball. He's free down the sideline. He's going to go down about the 9-yard line, taken down by Tynes. And number 25, Andrew Brockowitz. So finally something going the Vikings' way. Gilbert able to snatch that pass from the grips of the defenders, seemed to have a sure interception. Triton will have it 1st and goal from the 8. 56 seconds to go. That clock should not be running. On a 1st down. He must not have gone out of bounds, so the clock will wind up as soon as the ball is set. Triton taking an awful long time over the ball here. Wood in motion. It's going to be a pass with Cashman rolling right. He's going to keep. He's going to get down to about the original line of scrimmage at the 8. He's going to get out of bounds and stop the clock with 30 seconds to go. Triton seemed to lose about 25 seconds there. We're not getting up to the line and calling that play. I hope the 25 seconds doesn't come back to hurt the Vikes. So 2nd and goal from about the 8-yard line. Cashman didn't pick up anything on that play. 30 seconds to go. According to the clock, of course, the official time kept on the field by the back judge. So, Stanley fullback lined up in front of Cashman, who's in the shotgun pistol formation, the tailback, Luke Boyle. This is going to be option. Boyle going left. He managed to escape one. He's going to be taken down at about the 4-yard line. Okay. Coach Sheehan out on the field quickly to call timeout with 20 seconds to go. The Vikes have to get the ball in the end zone here to get into the end zone. Down 20-7, 20-7 or 20-6. Not getting a touchdown here is going to take a very big hole that the Vikes are going to have to extricate themselves out from the second half. So my personal theory is if a team can come out and score 20 points in the first half, there's nothing to stop the opposing team from doing the same thing in the second half. You get down the 4th quarter or so, that type of logic loses a lot of its validity. So timeout on the field.
Don't forget the
Vikes with the ball on the 4.
Pumpkin.
3rd down, but of course, it's 2 more downs for the Vikes to get the ball in the end zone here. The clock really their enemy right now. But Vikes cannot get a first down. They have to score within the next 2 plays. Getting a first down won't help them. So the Vikes out. They're going to go trips right. Kevin Clark, the lone receiver to the left. Wood, German error in the slot. Jake Gilbert lined up right. Jake just made that fine play to get the ball down into the red zone to the 8-yard line for the Vikes. So Cashman lined up with Luke Boyle spread beside him. He's going to roll right, throw the ball. Too high for Gilbert. 16 seconds to go.
Jake Gilbert is incomplete.
It's going to be 4th and goal from the 4-yard line. The Vikes need to do something on this play here.
4-yard line.
So, Vikes are going to have to make it happen here. Masco going to be expecting a pass in this situation. Trips right for the Vikes again. German iron, Wood in the slot. Gilbert spread right. And Masco is going to call a timeout now. 16 seconds to go.
Timeout called by Masco.
On the 4-yard line. Let's see what the Vikes can do here. It's going to be a full timeout, so both teams going to the sidelines. Coaches are going to talk to the players on the sideline here. .15 seconds to go. 20-0 Masco in this one. Masco dominated on both sides of the ball. Triton has their best opportunity to score of the half and really needs to take advantage of this opportunity. So both teams returning to the field. Do or die play for both teams. This is supposed to shaping up to be a battle all week has been one side in favor of the Chieftains. So with 15 seconds to go, teams back over the ball. Crowd seems to be getting into this one now, sensing Triton needs a lift before the half. Let's see what Cashman can do here with the Vikes. Boyle now lined up pistol behind Cashman. It's going to be option. Cashman going to keep it, and he's going to get stuffed at about the 3-yard line. The Vikes going to go in at halftime, down 20-0. This is going to be a tough hole for the Vikes to dig out of. Cashman made a poor read there, tried to go inside, but Boyle was shaded to the outside. That was a tough play to run to the boundary, to the weak side of that offense. Masco, always known for their quick linebackers, especially their outside linebackers. Masco now 1st and 10 on the 4-yard line. They'll probably just kneel on the ball here, go into halftime, nursing their 20-0 lead, which is exactly what they're going to do. So at half, 6-5, time clicking down, 20-0 Masco. This game has been one-sided all first half. Stay tuned for the Triton Band, which will be performing at halftime under the direction of Sue Densmore. Me. Am I off? Am I off air? I don't know if I'm off air.
I don't know, that's not a question. He's texting. All right, so how do I get
Here, I'll put this down. I'll be back.
The winner of the signed Rob Gronkowski Patriots jersey is Charlie Crocker. If he's here, congratulations. If you know him, let him know. Charlie Crocker has won the signed Rob Gronkowski jersey.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triton. Exciting game tonight. Go Vikes. They're going to come out all fired up after the half. The field is too muddy for the band to march, so we're going to stay right here and play for you. Our show is called Radio 1970, and our conductors this evening are drum majors Galen Blaney and Rachel Mahoney. Enjoy the show.
82nd Airborne have been stranded behind the lines, cut off from all support. But Diana Ross here is singing what we're all thinking. Don't be worried, boys. We're coming to get you.
The Triton Marching Band, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you enjoy the rest of the game. There's more to our halftime program to come, so keep your eyes out for Mr. Dobson.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to take a moment to acknowledge a great group of athletes that are ending their 4 years cross-country career here at Triton. These boys and girls have committed their time and effort into building one of the fastest growing teams in the Cape Ann League over the last 4 years. This year, they continue to build a base that will only increase the participation and great results for years to come. We cannot thank these seniors enough for all they have done for the program, the athletic department, and the community. We would like to acknowledge the seniors of the cross-country team. For the girls, Nellie Thurlow, for the boys, Nick Amello, Sam Apperton, Chris Barry, Nick DeLay, Dan Horgan, Ryan Kent, Callie Spinelli, Ethan Smith, and Scott Kent. Thank you to all the seniors of the cross-country team. We'd also like to congratulate the golf team for another successful season. They once again won a share of the Cape Ann League Championship. They finished 5th at the Division III North State Tournament. Junior Brad Small shot a 72 and finished in the tie for 2nd place. He will compete in the Division III State Finals Monday at Black Swan Golf Club. The junior on this year's team are David Batterton, Drew Lapham, and Brad Small. We'd like to thank and congratulate the seniors for helping the golf team achieve great success during their high school careers. Over the last 3 years, these student athletes have led the golf team to a record of 48 wins against only 12 losses, 2 River Rat championships, 2 Cape Ann League titles, 4 state tournaments every year, including 2 trips to the state finals and a Division III North sectional championship. And the seniors are Jacob Honitz, Clint Cohen, Captain Brett Greenberg, Sam Ross, Captain John Seward, and Mike Shea. Congratulations and thank you to our seniors.
All right, back for the second half. Triton to kick off. Would have been nice for the Vikes to get the ball to start the second half, but Vikes will have to kick off here. Max Lutenbacher to kick off. He's going to hit the ball low. It's going to spin down. Number 12, Corey Tynes, has been so dangerous. Bounces to the outside. Finally taken down. Looks like number 24, Mike Talbot on the tackle.
Made right around the 30
No,
yard
number
line
4, that is.
Astronomical will take over 1st down and 10.
Jake Durkin.
The winning 50-50
So Masco will get the ball to start the second half
5,
on their own 30-yard line.
Again, the winning 50-50 number is 2655.
The Vikes are going to have to come up with something big here in order to turn this game around. So, Roby DeShanes brings
one more time.
his Masco Chieftains out.
5,
Chieftains go high pro.
is the winning 50-50
Tynes to the
number.
left. Number 14, Jackson Latimer to the right. It's going to be a handoff to McGonigal going up the middle. He's got to bull his way for about 3 yards. Taking down the play, Boyle in on the tackle. The bottom of the pile getting up. Looks like number 53, Max Madden. So Masco picks up about 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7.
There's a gain of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
In the huddle for Masco, about 10 yards, 8 yards off the ball. For the Vikes on D, defensive ends are Lutenbacher and Ford. The tackles being Josh Simpson and Ellsworth Rogers. Going to be another handoff up the middle to number 9. That's Gavin McGonigal. He's going to be stopped after a gain of about 3 again. On the play, 75, that's Josh Simpson getting up.
Bowden, the ball carrier.
Jared Stanley, and again Max Madden on the play. Going to be about 3rd and 4 for Masco.
Balls at the 36-yard line.
2 straight handoffs to McGonigal. The linebackers for the Vikes, or the middle linebacker for the Vikes, is number 53, Max Madden. Jake Gilbert on the weak side. Strong side backer, Luke Boyle. Handoff is to number 26, Scott Foughton. He's going to get dropped for about a 2-yard loss. Vikes come out strong, force a 4th and 6, and a Masco punt.
Loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 4th down and 6 from the 35-yard line.
So, Masco.
Declan Judge is on to punt.
Is that number 11, Judge, punting? Declan Judge. Deep, James Wood. Triton standing on about his 35. Short punt. Moving over toward the Masco sideline. It's going to roll. Good field position for the Vikes here. Going to roll dead about the 48-yard line.
Where Triton will take over first down and 10.
It's only about a 15, 16-yard punt for Masco on it. Vikes starting the second half with a 3 and out and decent field position. Let's see if the Vikes can get going here. So first and 10 for the Vikes in their own 48. 8:43 to go in the third quarter. Vikes line up in spread. 2 wide receivers to each side. Gilbert and Wood to the right. Cashman's going to pass. He's going deep to Wood. Going to be incomplete. Broken up by Fawden. Pass intended for James Wood.
It'll be second down and 10.
Cashman couldn't quite lead Wood enough. Wood had beaten Fawden on the play. Sorry, not number 26 Fawden, but number 25 Andrew Brockman defending on the play. Brockman actually lucky there, the pass wasn't thrown a little further. So, Triton with a second and 10. Looking to gain 1 back there on 1 quick big play. The pass was incomplete. So Triton back in an I formation with Stanley the fullback. Because it's pistol, he's going to be in front of the quarterback. Tailback Luke Boyle, 2 yards behind quarterback Justin Cashman, number 7. His snap, ball goes inside to Boyle. Boyle's going to fight his way, maybe for 2. Going to produce a 3rd and 8 for the Vikings at about the Chieftain 49-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 8, more like it. So Triton going to have to come up with a play here. Pick up 7-8 yards and a first down. Going trips left. Kevin Clark, the lone wide receiver, out to the right. Gilbert split left with the flankers inside, Wood and Germanara. Going streak down the field. The ball is thrown short. Germanara catches at about the 33. Picks up about 17 yards. Jack Germanara getting the first down for the Vikes. Vikes moving the ball, moving the chains.
First down. It'll be first down and 10 for Triton.
Coach Sheehan calling the play from the sidelines.
From the 33-yard line.
Cashman telling his interior lineman the play. Spread formation with the running back Luke Boyle to the right. Now Wood goes in motion. It's going to be a reverse to Germanara and a pass. Germanara is getting swarmed. That play going to result in about an 11-yard loss. Going to end up being 2nd and 21 for the Vikes. Vikes again trying to get 1 score with 1 big play. Coach Pat Sheehan reaching deep into his playbook for that one.
The 12-yard loss in the play. It'll be second down and 22.
2nd and 22 for the Vikes on the Chieftain 46-yard line. Vikes needing to get to the Chieftain 24, 23-yard line for a first down. So a tall order for the Vikings here. They're going to pass. Cashman looks, throws downfield, same play. Throws it behind Germanara, incomplete. Jack having to turn around for that one. Couldn't get the handle on it. 3rd and 22 for the Vikes. See what the Vikes have up their sleeve here. Same personnel on the field. Gilbert lined up, split right. 2 inside receivers, number 11, James Wood, number 10, Jack Germanara. The split end right, number 6. That'd be Kevin Clark. Jack Germanara lined up split left, not split right. Pistol formation for the Vikes with Luke Boyle lined up behind. James Cashman. Germanara coming in motion. All right. Ball's going to be handed off to Luke Boyle. He'll pick up about 6, but not nearly enough for a first down. Vikes are going to have to punt the ball here. After a fine play by Germanara, Vikes are going to have to give up the ball. So McGonigal goes deep for the Chieftains. He's going to stand about his 10-yard line, respecting Ellsworth Rogers' leg,
Monaco's back deep.
one of the strongest in the Cape Ann League. Ellsworth Rogers standing on about his 30 or about his own 40-yard line, waits a snap from Max Madden. Snap low, Ellsworth picks it up, punts it. Nice punt. That punt is going to die about the 1-yard line. Recovered there by number 24, Mike Talbot. Forcing Masco deep. 1st and 10 for Masco on their own 1.5, 2-yard line. So, the Vikes getting some field position to start the second half here, but can't capitalize on the field position. Masco taking over 1st and 10 on their own 2-yard line. Can the Vikings force something here? Safety might change momentum. So Rory Duchesne brings the Chieftains out, 1st and 10 again. On their own 2-yard line. Handoff goes to McGonigal, gets through the line, and is going to fight his way out to about the 9-10 yard line. Gain of about 7 or 8 there. For number 9, Gavin McGonigal, Chieftain captain. That's going to get them out of the shadow of their own end zone. It'll be about 2nd and 2 for the Vikes. I mean, for the Chieftains here. Vikes failing to stop the Chieftains down in the shadow of their own goal line. So 2nd and 10. Chieftains come out, power eye right. Ball goes to McGonigal, who bounces it outside. Manages to still pick up about 5 yards on the play. Vikes have to do a little better than giving up 5 on 1st and 10. They're going to stop Masconomic for 2 or 3 maximum first down, especially at this point in the game. Even with 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, I'm still looking for the Chieftains to try to run some clock out here, try to shorten this game up, give the Vikings less time to come back and score. Make a ball game out of this. So Masco comes out, their I-Pro right, I-Pro left offense. Time split right, tight end left, with Latimer the flank, left side. Going to be a pass to, that was a forward pass to Corey Tynes, incomplete.
Will be 2nd down and 10.
Creates a 2nd and 10 for the Chieftains.
Intended for Corey Tynes.
Vikes need to stop here, going to get the ball back, get some quick scores to get back in this game. Football is an oblong shape, which means it takes weird and interesting bounces, and things can bounce your way in a hurry in football. You do make your own breaks, so the Vikings are going to have to create something here. McGonigal in the handoff.
Monaco, the ball carrier.
He's going to pick up about 3 in the play. Going to be taken down by the interior of that Triton defense.
Tackled by Luke Boyle and
Luke
Jake
Boyle,
Gilbert.
Max Madden again getting up.
It'll be 3rd down
last.
and 8.
Madden has been busy all game, as has Cape Ann League Player of the Year defensively.
17-yard line.
Boyle. So the Vikes have Masco in a 3rd and 7 here. Masco has been successful in converting 3rd downs most of the game. They're going to have to do something here to stop Masco. Masco running slot right. Shane's back to pass. He's going to throw out on the side. Number 14, Jackson Latimer, incomplete. And again, the Vikes have forced Masco to punt the ball here.
4th down and 8.
3:41 to go in the 3rd quarter. Time running out on the Vikings. And a chance at being Cape Ann Large champions. So, Judge back to punt for Masco. Back about 10 yards behind the ball, standing on his own 6. On about midfield, about the 50-yard line, is number 11, James Wood, to return for the Vikings. Triton appears to be going for the block. They get a partial block. Because of that, Triton's going to get the ball on the Chieftain 35. Let's see if they can take advantage of this field position finally and push one across the score here. So, special teams coach Ted Flaherty coming up with a block there. It appears one of the Vikings got their hand on the ball, although it was tough to tell. So, trips formation left for the Vikings. Cashman in spread formation. He's looking to pass. He's going to throw it to Wood in the flank. Wood gets away. He's 3 down the sideline. Cuts it back inside to about the 12, 11-yard line, where he is swarmed. Finally pushed forward to about the 9-yard line. Vikes having their best opportunity to score since the end of the first half. Here with 3:19 to go in the third quarter. Vikes really got to push one across quickly here. They got to make a ball game out of this. 20-7 will get them a long way. It's a 3-score game. Vikes can't score 3 touchdowns.
From about
Two
the
touchdowns.
11-yard line.
And 2 two-point conversions. They're going to need the three touchdowns in order to get back into this one. Okay. Cashman on the keeper goes up the middle down to about the 5-yard line. It's going to be second and about 5 for the Vikes. The Vikes can get a first down without scoring here, although chances of that slim. Would have to be well within the 1-yard line. So, Gilbert, Clark come off. He's going to leave Wood as the wide receiver right. It's the split end. Lutenbacher, the tight end left. Germanar flanked right. Cashman in the pistol with Boyle behind him, and Brian Cox is the fullback behind the line. Ball goes to Boyle. Boyle has a crease. Gets down. Does not score. He's going to be down to about the 1-foot line. Could Triton have got a first down there without scoring? Doesn't look like it. Looks like they're about a yard short of a first down, about a yard and a half short of pushing one in for a score here. And what's happening here? They're coming in for a measurement to see if Triton has the first down. It'd be good if Triton did get the first down. And they did. So first and goal from about the 1-yard line. Within the 1-yard line, Triton's going to have 4 opportunities to put this ball in. The type of break the Vikes have been looking for up to now with 2:06 to go in the third quarter. Vikes are going to need a quick score here and 2 more to get back in this ball game. So Wood split way to the right. Germanar flank to the left. Max Lutenbach at the tight end with Jared Stanley and Brian Cox in his fullbacks. Boyle lined up behind the fullback. Boyle in for the touchdown. The Vikes finally on the scoreboard. So the Vikes proving they can move the ball against this Masco D. Have done so.
1-yard touchdown run for Boyle.
And the Vikes finally on the scoreboard. Might get a little momentum lift here. Another quick score will put the pressure on Masco and make this a whole different ball game. So, Vikes moving back into extra point formation. Max Lutenbacher, the kicker. Kevin Clark will be the holder. Max Madden will center the ball. Finally, the score the Vikes were looking for there. So Lutenbacher, who's gone exclusively to kicking straight on this year after fluctuating between kicking soccer style and straight on, will attempt the extra point. Ball goes down, kick is up, and it is good.
Lutenbacher's extra point
So Lutenbacher hits the extra point.
It was 1 minute and 54 seconds to go in the third quarter. The score is now Masconomic 20 and Triton 7.
.54 to go in the third quarter. Finally, Triton on the scoreboard. Still down to the Chieftains, 20-7. So the Vikes will kick off to the Chieftains here. Look for a quick stop and get the ball back. Try to make this a 1-score game.
Max Lutenbacher will kick
So
off.
Lutenbacher will kick off. And it looks like McGonigal. No, it's going to be Corey Tynes. And it looks like Scott Fodden back there deep. Numbers hard to tell when these Chieftain uniforms get dirty.
Corey Tynes back deep to receive for Masco.
So let's see if the Vikes can do anything here. Lutenbacher kicks. It's going to go to Foden on about the 15. He brings the ball left. Gets around the corner for he's swarmed at about the 46 by a host of Vikings. Number 21, Tyler Figueredo, in on the play. Triton needs to do a better job than that.
Knocked out of bounds by Tyler
Tackling the
Figueredo.
ball carrier. They want to get back into this game and make it a one-score game.
10 from their own 45-yard line.
So Masco, at their own 45, has the ball first and 10. Roby DeShane, who looks pretty clean, a.k.a. his uniform, comes out in I formation with Foden as the fullback and McGonigal the deep back. Latimer left. It's going to be a handoff to McGonigal going right. Stretch play. McGonigal gets the corner, going to pick up about 3 before being driven out of bounds.
By Jared Stanley.
Number 32, Luke Boyle, Jared Stanley, number 5, and number 10, Jack Germanaro on the tackle.
8 from the 47-yard line.
Picked up 2 on the play. So Masconomet will have the ball 2nd and 8. What about the Triton 48-yard line? Masco over the ball. DeShanes brings his team over the ball. Masco spread. 2 wide receivers right, 2 wide receivers left. Looks like McGonigal, the lone back. Probably, no, that's Fodden, the lone back. DeShane going to go deep. Oh, almost picked off by Kevin Clark there.
DeShane's pass is incomplete.
Pass was intended for number 9,
Broken up by
McGonigal.
number 6, Kevin Clark.
Gavin McGonigal being the intended receiver. 3rd and 8. DeShane kind of threw that one up for grabs. Golden opportunity for the Vikings there. Couldn't capitalize on the interception. Would have been a tough one for Kevin Clark anyway. Kevin Clark, third of the Clark brothers play here. Brother Derek was a great tight end, defensive end. Played for the Vikes. And then his brother Ryan wore the same number, number 6. Great wide receiver, strong safety for the Vikes back in 2011. Blitz is on. Almost picked off by Max Lutenbacher. The blitz was on. Gilbert almost got Rory DeShane, in the process making his jersey dirty. And in the process, DeShane tried to throw the ball down into the ground on the screen pass, incomplete, and almost threw it right into Max Lutenbacher's hands. So,
Hansis is on to punt.
Hansis on to punt. James Wood back at about his own 20. Oh, it's a fake. Goes to Foden. He is not going to get the first down, and the Vikes are going to get the ball on their own 47-yard line. I can't believe with a 20-7 lead that Jim Pugh would run a play like that. He must have thought he could get it.
Triton takes over, 1st down and 10 from their own 47-yard line.
So, Vikes are going to take over from on their own 47, 1st and 10. Chance to make this a one-score game with 42 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. The Vikes have to come up with something here. Vikes have seemed to dominate this game in the 2nd quarter. Need a couple more breaks to go their way to make a ball game out of this, but they have come out and outplayed the Chieftains in the 2nd quarter. Coach Pat Sheehan calling timeout. 42 seconds to go. Wants to talk to his quarterback. Now he's going to talk to his wide receiver, James Wood. Did that to get Kevin Clark out of the game. So, both Tyler Figueredo and Luke Boyle into the game in the backfield. Lutbach is going to set up as a tight end right, with James Wood flank right, and Jack Germanar the split end left. So 1st and 10 for the Vikes on their 47-yard, their own 47-yard line. Figueredo in motion. Going to be a handoff to Boyle. He's going to be met in the backfield. Believe that's number 55, Steve O'Reilly, the captain. That is who that is. O'Reilly has been tough all game. So 2nd down and 11, 2nd down and 12 for the Vikes. 19 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Can the Vikes get a playoff before the quarter elapses here? Looks like they're going to. 10 seconds to go. Cashman ready. Madden gets him the ball. It's going to be a pass. Ball goes tunnel inside to Jake Gilbert. Gilbert taken down. Looks like number 55, Steve O'Reilly again. That's going to make it 3rd and 8 on the tunnel pass and end the 3rd quarter. The Vikes managing to score and hold Masco up the scoreboard in that 3rd quarter, but still trail Masconomet by a score of 20-7. 11 minutes to go in this one.
That play brings us to the
Can the Vikings come back?
With the score, Masconomet 20, Triton 7.
Last home game for the Vikings, as Thanksgiving will take place I believe at Pentucket this year.
When play resumes, we do a 3rd down and 9.
Trying to think back.
Ball's about the 48-yard line.
2010, yeah, it's at Pentucket. The even years are at Pentucket. Odd years are here, so that is correct. So Thanksgiving game will be at Pentucket this year. Triton already beat Pentucket at home this year in league play, 31-7 here at Triton. So the Vikes, 11 minutes to go in their regular season before playoff starts, down 20-7 to Masco, trying the ball in their own 48, 3rd and 8 to punch one in here. Cashman back in spread formation. He's got Boyle beside him. Germanara in the slot. Germanara in motion. And it's going to be a halfback pass. Incomplete to James Wood. That's going to make it 3rd and 8 for the Vikes. Will Coach send in the punt team, or will he go for it here? Appears to me if he had gone for it, I would have tried to pick up half of that. And then pick up the other half on 4th down. Increase your options. Shorter amount of yards you need on 4th down. But 4th and 9, 4th and 8. Vikes need one here if they want to get into this game. So Triton got a pass, ball in the middle, caught by Germanar. Jack Germanar, who's been the most dependable receiver all year for the Vikings. He's going to pick up the 1st down, bring the ball down to about the Masco 36-yard line. Okay, 10:38 to go in this one. Vikes moving the ball. If they can get a score here, this will be a 1-score game, and the pressure will now be on Masconomet.
36-yard line of Masconomet.
Spread formation. Cashman behind center. He fades back. He's going to throw. He gets the ball to Jake Gilbert. Gilbert is going to pick up 12 and another Viking 1st down. Down to about the Masco 23-yard line. So now it is Masco, who, like the Vikings in the 1st half, is on their heels and reeling. The Vikings have come out and been the team to take over this game in the 2nd half, although still in the short end of the scoreboard. So Cashman, he's going to keep this time around. He's going to make the corner. Will Cashman get in? He does. And we now have a 20-13 game. The Vikings being 1 score away from tying this game up. Momentum has definitely shifted in this one. Vikes now only down 1 score. That was the inside zone play run by the Vikings there, faking the handoff to Luke Boyle. And then Cashman keeping the ball. He got the corner and outran the Masco defenders to the end zone. So the Vikings now only 1 score away from tying or leading this game with 9:52 to go in the 4th quarter. Plenty of time for the Vikings to come back. Extra point by Ludenbacher puts it down, and the extra point is good. The Vikings now down only by 6 in this one. Plenty of time left to come back in this game. So the crowd is livened up here at Triton. Masco has to be thinking to themselves, how come we're being outplayed in this 2nd quarter? If the Vikes had pushed that one in at the end of the 1st half, they'd be leading this game now, or at worst tied. So Max Ludenbacher is going to kick off. Vikings bunched up behind him. Masco has 9 players up tight, looking for a possible onside kick. The Vikes will spread out. Looks like Ludenbacher is going to kick this one deep. So here's the kick by Ludenbacher. It's going to go left side. Masco in the return. Another strong return by Masco out to about their own 44-yard line, where Masco will take over 1st and 10, 9:46 to go.
Masco takes over. 1st down.
The Vikes will need a stand here, need a stop here to get the ball back so they can push the ball in here. 41-yard line for Masconomet. Masconomet, the wedge formation. Ball goes to McGonigal, who breaks free and has to be caught from behind by Jack Germanara. That being about a 35-yard gain from McGonigal and a quick hitter to the middle. I do not know what happened there. Masconomet in a tight power formation. Coach Sheehan's going to go to his goal line defense to counteract it. Masco's opponent right now is the clock.
From the 29-yard line.
Quick hitter again inside, this time stopped
Monitor
by the
ball
Vikes.
carrier.
It's like Mike Sanchez in there.
2 yards.
Number 52, that's Jake Ironfield. So Masco still in a tight formation.
27-yard line.
8 linemen, 2 running backs. Again, a quick handoff to McGonigal. He'll pick up about 2 on the play. Going to make it 3rd and 5. Meanwhile, Masco looks like they're trying to run time off the clock, but these plays are running quick, one after another. Hoping to catch Triton off guard, I guess. So it's 3rd down and 5, Masco in the same tight formation they've been in.
From the 25-yard line.
All right, option, pitches out. They called that a forward pass, incomplete. That was a close call for Masco. Had that been a pitch, that was a free ball. Anyone could have picked it up. I would like to see that one again on replay. So Vikes going back to their normal defensive personnel. Ironfield, Alec Moffitt, Mike Sanchez, and Jared Stanley coming out of the game. 4th and 5, 4th and 6 for Masco. Shane has the play, bringing it back to the huddle. So a big play for Masco. If they get a 1st down here, maybe move it and score, they can put this game, if not out of reach, make it more difficult for the Vikes. quarterbacks. Nice pass to Tynes. Tynes is going to get in. 28 or 27 to 14 now. Masco running play action by DeShane there. Catches Tynes coming out of the backfield. Hits him for a 25-yard touchdown. Might have put the nail in the Vikings. Vikings fought so hard to come back, make this a one-score game, and Masco goes down the field, and in about 5 plays, makes this a 2-touchdown game. Simmons is going to kick the extra point here. What do we have?
There's a timeout on the field.
Masco's going to change their personnel. Looks like they're going for 2 here. Up 12. So Masco comes out, full house backfield with a wide receiver, Latimer to the right. Inside handoff goes to, I believe, Scott Fudd, who will not get in, keeping this a 12-point game. But with 8:24 to go, time running out for the Vikes to come back in this one.
In the game, the score is now Masconomic 26 and Triton 14.
26-14 Masco, 8:24 to go. So the Vikes are going to need to throw the ball here, get a couple of quick scores to get back into this one. If they score once, Masco can get the ball back, try to run some clock out. Use up the play clock on every play. So, back deep again for the Vikes. Number 10, Jack Germanaro. Number 32, Luke Boyle.
Simmons is on the kick for Masconomic.
Ian Simmons.
Germanaro and Boyle.
The kicker for Masco. Sophomore. 5 men to each side, kicking off from the 40-yard line. Germanaro and Boyle again. Deep for Triton. Short kick, gonna come down to number 21, Tyler Figueredo. No, that's number 24, the up back, Michael Talbot. Sorry. He's going to get pushed out at about the 41-yard line. The short kick, giving the Vikes pretty good field position here. They're going to need every break they can get if they want to come back and win this game.
Run out of bounds by Zach Duvall. Triton will take over first down and 10 from the 41-yard line.
Vikes not out of this one yet, but time running out in their regular season. Up the sidelines, Germanaro, the catch at about the 36-yard line. First down.
Complete to number 10, Jack Germanaro.
Pass on the play to Germanaro.
On a 20-yard
He's going to pick up about 24 yards on the play.
From the 36-yard
Vikes have
line.
to score quick here. Vikes back in their fullback, tight end offense with Max Lutenbacher, the tight end. Jared Stanley, the fullback. Luke Boyle behind Jack Cashman, the pistol. Snap coming from Max Madden. Vikes needing a score. Handoff goes to Boyle. Boyle met in the middle of the line. Number 55, Steve O'Reilly again. O'Reilly's name has been called a lot today on the defensive side of the ball.
Gain of about 5 yards. It'll be second down and 5.
Second down and 5 for the Vikes. 7:29 to go in this one at the clock running. Vikes needing a score here. Boyle and pistol behind Jack Cashman. Fake to to Boyle. Cashman still with the ball, running right. He's going to throw and just throws it away out of bounds to avoid the loss. It's going to make a third down, about 6 for the Vikes. On the Viking 31-yard line. Can the Vikes score here and make something of this game? So the Vikes back in with their spread personnel. That means Jake Gilbert, Kevin Clark back in the game. They're going trips right with Germanara and Wood lined up inside the split end. Gilbert to the right. Kevin Clark, the lone split end on the left. Germanara now comes in motion, making it an even formation to the left. Cashman looking to pass, and he's taken down.
Justin Cashman keeps the ball for Triton.
Picks up about 2. That's going to make it 4th and about 3 or 4 yards for the Vikes.
Gain of about 2. It'll be 4th down, about 3 from the 30-yard line.
Vikes having to get to the 26 for a first down here. Need about 4 yards on this play.
Check that 4th
Coach
and
Pat
4.
Sheehan signaling in the play. Again, a muddy field. For a quick team like the Vikes, that is a disadvantage for them. It favors a bigger team like Masco. So, trips right again with Boyle in the backfield. Cashman fading, looking deep. And there is a flag. Germanara was held. Germanara spent most of his time running down the field, struggling to get out of that hold. He was clearly ahead of the defensive player in that regard. Number 12, Corey Tynes, the one arguing.
Defensive holding against
Defensive
Masco.
holding. That's going to result in an automatic first down. Yardage would have been enough for a first down, but it results in an automatic first down. That's going to move the ball down to the 18-yard line of Masconomet. With 6:16 to go, the Vikes knocking on the door.
For Triton from the
20-yard line. Trips right again. Pistol this time. Cashman going to run option left. Cashman keeps the ball, cuts inside, and he's going to pick up about 6-7 yards, bring the ball down to about the 14-yard line.
Second down and 4.
Injured Chieftain down on the field. It's going to give the Vikes a timeout they could use. Coach Jim Pugh, trainer, coming out to check on the injured player.
Don't forget, tomorrow Triton will be haunted on 5 to 8.
Trainer for Masco, Brittany Barrett. Players on both teams taking a knee for the injured player. Show respect. Justin Cashman asking for a towel. Brought one by, it's like number 12. Boyle's brother, John. So, injured player is up for Masco. Because the mud on the jerseys, the numbers being indistinguishable for Masconomet, mud makes it very hard to read these jerseys. And with Triton's field being about 7 feet above sea level, the field does not drain well. Triton has been looking for a long time to get a turf field in. So with 5:59 to go in this one, the Vikes down 12. Second down and 5 from about the 15-yard line for Triton. Brian Coxon as a fullback. Wood, Germanara lined up left. Kevin Clark, the split end to the right. Now Germanara in motion, fakes a handoff from Cashman. Cashman keeps the ball, He's going to drive it down to about the 10-yard line, very close to the first down. We may need a measurement here.
It'll be third down.
They are going to call this a third down. They're not going to call this a first down.
They might measure.
Nope, they're going to call a timeout and bring in the chains. Another risk for the Vikes and the Chieftains here. The chains are coming in. First down here really trivial for the Vikes. Whether they get it or not, they still need a quick score with 5 minutes to go in this one. Quickly getting to the point where if the Vikes do score, onside kick may be necessary to get the ball back. Vikes appear to be about 2 inches, 3 inches,
third down and
5 lengths short
for Triton.
of a first down. So 3rd and inches for the Vikings, down at about the 10-yard line of Masconomet. Bringing the ball back over the hash mark with the chains to set the ball. Big play here for the Vikes for this game and their season. Can the Vikes push one in? 3rd and inches on 4-down territory might behoove Coach Sheehan to go for it here, knowing he has 4th down to get this first down. Or to get these couple inches for first down. Clock's winding, 5:32 and counting to go in this one. Cashman and the Vikings commit yet another blunder, forcing
So we got a false start.
false start. It's going to push the ball back instead of 3rd and inches. Now we're talking 3rd and 5. And that 4th down the Vikings have, this being 4th down territory, now looms very important for the Vikes. Coach Sheehan's going to have to change the play on this one, due to now the increased down and distance, the increased distance, 3rd and 5 instead of 3rd and inches. So, Vikes running with a fullback. Germanara in motion. Fake to Germanara. Cashman going to move the ball down.
Justin Cashman keeps it for Triton.
Going to be about a yard short of the first down, making it 4th and 1.
Gain of about 4 yards. It'll be about 4th down and 1.
This is it for the Vikings. They don't get this. This ball game is over. 4:45 to go. 2 scores would be almost impossible. Vikings are going to call timeout here. Talk this over. Make sure everyone's on the same page to avoid penalties like the illegal procedure, false start penalty they just had. 4:42 to go here. Triton 26-14, Masconomet ahead of the Vikings. Masconomet dominating the first half, going out to a 20-0 lead. Triton coming back, scoring 2 touchdowns to make it 20-14 in a 1-score game. But on the ensuing kickoff, Masconomet in about 5 or 6 plays scored on a 15-yard pass from quarterback Roby Deschaines to Corey Tynes. Tynes being the star of this one offensively for Masco with 2 touchdowns. So 4th and 1 for the Vikes. Vikes bring in a tight end, Lutenbacher, lined up right, and Jared Stanley, a fullback, lined up behind Ellsworth Rogers, the right guard. Cashman calling the signals. Wood in motion, low snap. Cashman's going to have to throw this. Complete. Got the ball to Jared Stanley, his first catch of the year, and a penalty on the play. Looks like it's going to be unsportsmanlike or after the play is over. Probably on Triton, a late hit. I mean on Masconomet, excuse me, a late hit. It's going to be a personal foul on Masconomet, which is going to move the ball half the distance to the goal line. It's going to put the ball first and goal on the 4-yard line for Triton with 4:32 to go in this one. A score here, another score, and Triton could be tying or be ahead in this game. 4:27, clock running now. Clock being the enemy of Triton. They need to score here, get another score later. This is to Boyle. Boyle stumbles. Boyle's going to end up losing a yard on this one. Masconomet, a swarm of tacklers.
Tackled for no gain. It'll be second down and goal to goal from the
Triton
4.
going back to the spread personnel. Going trips right again with German Iron Wood in the slot. And the right wide receiver, Jake Gilbert. Kevin Clark lined up left by himself. Luke Boyle, the running back, in spread formation behind or beside Jack Cashman. So Cashman gets the snap. He's looking to pass here. Rolling right, rolling, looks, throws to the end zone. Incomplete. There is a flag on the play. Hold on, let's see what this flag is. Calling the Triton captains over this. Looks like it is against the Chieftains. All right. What will Captain Ellsworth Rogers do here, or Jimmy Ford?
Ineligible receiver downfield against
It's an ineligible receiver for the Vikings. The penalty was against the Vikings.
Second down and goal to goal from the 9-yard line.
Second and goal from the 9 now. Vikes are going to have to come up with something here. They've spread the field out. Try to spread this defense of Masconomet thin. 3:38 to go. Time quickly running out on the Vikes, who need 2 scores to tie or win this ball game. German Iron motion. Now he lines up in the backfield. Pass is going to go to Clark. Flea flicker does not fool Masconomet. Looks like the Vikes are going to lose 2 yards on a trick play. Was German Iron kept in bounds? Yes, he was. So the clock will continue to run. Cashman takes the snap. Boyle, incomplete.
Cashman's pass is incomplete for Luke Boyle.
4th and goal from the 9. 4th and goal from the 11-yard line. This is the Vikes game right here. This is the Vikes shot at a Cape Ann Large Division championship that they've been seeking for oh so many years. Ludenbacher goes in for Jake Gilbert. So here it is, 4th and goal from the 11. This is the game, the Vikings. They need one here. Cashman looks, throws to the end zone. Incomplete. And Masco will take over with 2:44 to go on their own 11-yard line. Up 2 touchdowns, 26-14. And this game seemingly finished for Triton. Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Masconomet, unfortunately, after the play. So it will not result in Triton getting the ball back. Delay of game, actually. 2:44 to go. Masco up 26-14. What will the Vikings do? Try to get the ball back here. So Masco lines up. They're tight formation with 2 running backs. This will just be a dive inside to McGonigal. It's kind of a short field veer. Triton, the tight veer. Triton calls timeout. 2:40 to go. Vikes need to get the ball back quickly.
The ball carrier. gain of
score on this
1.
one.
It'll be 2nd down and 9 from the 6-yard line.
Ball in the 6, 2nd down and 9 for Masconomet. 2:40 to go. Can the Vikes catch lightning in a bottle here?
Timeout called by Triton.
Masconomet coming back in with their regular pro formation grouping, taking out their jumbo tight formation. So they're going to look to do something here. Well, Jim Pugh calls something a little more daring. So Tynes lines up, split left. Flank right is Jackson Lattimore. Blitz for the Vikings. They're going to stop McGonigal in the backfield. Another timeout for the Vikes, called by the Vikes.
Gain of 2.
It's going to be 3rd and 7
down
for
about
Masco.
7.
Vikes need to get the ball back and get 2 quick scores here.
Ball will be about on the 9-yard
Clock
line.
is run down to
Timeout called by
2:30
Triton.
in this game. So, timeout on the field called by the Vikings. Appears that Masco is going to win this game, goes 6-1 in the Cape Ann Division Large. Vikings will fall to 5-2. This is going to give Masco a 3 or 4 seed next week's playoffs. The Vikes fall to a 6 or 7 seed. Should the Vikes be a 6 seed, Masco be a 3 seed. It'll be a repeat of this game, this time down in Topsfield at Masconomet High School. More than likely,
Guys,
the Vikes are going to travel to either Weston or Watertown and play either of those teams. Vikes fall far enough, they could end up playing Linfield down in Linfield. Linfield has been an absolute monster this year. So the Vikes coming back out. We can stop Masconomet on 3rd and 7. Masco, Tynes and Jackson no, Latimer lined up left. Tynes in the slot. All right. Ball goes to McGonigal. He is caught, dropped. Who else? Number 32, Luke Boyle. So, 4th and 4 for the Chieftains.
Monagle, the ball carrier, tripped up by Luke Boyle.
Timeout again called by
It'll be
Triton.
4th down.
4th and 4. I didn't think
Timeout
Masco
called
would
by
pass
Triton.
the ball there. They ran the safe play to the tailback,
The
McGonigal.
ball's on the Masconomet 12-yard line.
So, hopefully, Triton catch lightning in a bottle here, score quickly, get an onside kick, recover that, score again. The only shot they have at winning. So the Vikings come out expecting punt. James Wood goes deep. He's standing at about his 42-yard line. Punter, number 11, Declan Judge. He's standing on his 1-yard line. Triton's looking to block, and Judge is just going to run it out of the back of the end zone
And they
for
take
a safety. That's going to make the score 26-16.
So with 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the game, the score is now Masconomet 26, Triton 16.
So, Masconomet will get a free kick from the 20-yard line. They gave up 2 points for about 20 yards of field position there. Not a bad trade if you're Masconomet. Get yourself out of the shadow of the end zone. Declan Judge also stood on the end line, knocked more time off the clock. The clock being the Triton
Simmons will
Vikings
kick
enemy
off
right
to
now.
Masco.
So they're going to put a T on the ground. They're going to have, for 67, Ian
Boyle and
Simmons kicking
Gemini will
off.
be back deep for Triton.
Again, deep for Triton, Boyle, Germanar, as they've been all game. So a kickoff return here, being one of the few possibilities Triton has to get back in this game and win it. But Coach Sheehan nor any of the Vikings have given up on this one. So Simmons ready to kick off. The free kick from the 20. It's kicked off all over the field today. This one's deep, nice kick. Boyle takes about the 29. Hesitates. And is going to get taken down at about the 39-yard line.
Kickoff return for Luke Boyle.
For Luke Boyle. Triton,
First down
12-5 to go in the
10
game,
for
down
Triton
12. Need a
from the
miracle to pull this one out.
39-yard line.
So next week the Vikings start playoff football, ending the regular season the exact same record they had last year, 5-2, when they went to Watertown and lost 31-22 down there. So, trips left for the Vikes. Gilbert split end left with Germanar and Wood in the slot. Kevin Clark lined up right as the lone wide receiver. Boyle in the backfield with Cashman. Here's the pass, going to go out to Wood. Wood gets out of bounds.
Cashman's pass is complete to James Wood.
Looks like Wood got out of
Gain
bounds
of
there.
5. The second down and 5 from the 34-yard line.
James Wood came up limping on that play. It's going to take more than a couple of short passes to get back into this one. Cashman barking the signals at about his 40. He's going to throw the ball deep. It's going to go to Clark, who makes a tremendous catch on the 3-yard line, giving the Vikings some life with a minute 50 to go in this one. Vikings will have to line up quickly to save time here. Sheehan already sending in the play before the ball is set. So with a minute 50 to go, Vikes still have life. Matt, center, snaps to Cashman. He's going to keep it, run in, he's in. Again, a one-score game for the Vikings with a minute 46 to go.
There's a 3-yard touchdown run for Cashman.
Vikings have used up their timeouts, so they will need to recover the onside kick here. Should Masconomet recover the onside kick, they'll simply be able to run out the clock, and their regular season will be over. So 26-22 with Lutenbacher looking for the extra point. Should he hit this, the Vikes can tie the game with a field goal, should they be able to kick it. Should they get the opportunity to kick it. Out of Clark's hold, Madden will be the snapper. Snap is good, kick is up, Lutenbacher hits it square. 26-22 with a minute 46 to go. Everybody knows what's coming now. Onside kick for the Vikings. So Coach Ted Flaherty has his onside kick team down or about, talking to them on and about the 37-yard line. Jim Pugh over on the far sideline, and his assistants doing the same thing on or about their 34-yard line. So, it's going to be imperative that Triton gets the ball back here. On the onside kick team, Talbot, Boyle, Germanar, Clark, Wood, Gilbert. Brian Hughes also on the onside kick team, as is Louis LaRue. But their safety's on the far side. Tyler Figueredo, also on the team. So here it is, Max Lutbacher on the kick. And he did not get the ball 10 yards. It's going to roll out of bounds at about the Triton 42-yard line. Cardinal sin on the kick. You must get the ball at least 10 yards to have any shot at recovering it. The only way you can recover a ball that doesn't go 10 yards is if the defense or the receiving team comes across.
5-yard penalty on
Comes
Triton
across
for illegal procedure.
the 10-yard line, the 10-yard
First
buffer,
down and 10 for
and
Masco.
touches the ball before the defensive team does. So with a minute 46 to go in this one,
From the Triton
and Triton out of
38-yard
timeouts, or
line.
with no timeouts for Triton. All Masco has to do is kneel on this ball a couple times, and they are the K-Band Large League champs. So, Shane's over the ball. Oh, the ball popped up. Almost a fumble there. Luckily, it bounced right up into the hands of Gavin McGonigal. That ball almost fumbled on the snap, which could have been to the Vikings'
Gain of
advantage.
1 and second down and 9.
Like I said earlier, the ball is oblong shaped and can take some funny bounces. So, second down and 9. Minute 19 and counting for Masconomet. DeShanes comes out. Two tight ends, tight formation, as one would think, for the Chieftains. Delay of game
against Masconomet.
for Masconomet. Not a huge problem.
Be a 5-yard penalty.
Now move the ball back.
Second down.
42-yard line of
Timeout
Triton.
called by Masco.
Masco calls timeout there. Minute 2 to go. Second and 13. But that's not the issue. The issue being Triton has to get this ball back with a minute 2 to go. And score to win this one. Stranger things have happened. Timeout on the field called by Masco. Ball on the 41-yard line of Triton. Masco's ball. Second and 14. But Ludenbacher had to get that ball 10 yards, and he didn't even get it 5. So, Masco over the ball. Handoff goes to McGonigal.
McGonigal, the ball carrier.
Triton struggling trying to pull the ball out of McGonigal's hands, but can't do it.
Gain of
53
about
seconds
4
left
to
in this
third
one,
down and 10
and Triton powerless to stop the clock.
From the 37-yard line.
So, .31 seconds, 30 to go in this one. DeShane's coming out to get over center. Snap the ball quickly.
Fumble up.
We had delay of game, illegal procedure
Flag on the
against
play.
against Masco.
Illegal
That
procedure
might have been a good
against
thing,
Masconomet.
because DeShane fumbled the snap. It's the second bullet they've dodged in this series when they should just be falling on the ball.
A 5-yard penalty. It'll be third down and 15.
Clock's running after a penalty.
42
I'm not
yard
sure
line.
that's supposed to happen. But this one is now over. The clock is running down 2 seconds, 1 second. And Masconomet, the 2014 Cape Ann Large champions, beating Triton 26-23. I'd like to thank my producer, Tess Boyle, on this one. We'll see you next week.